cannot be created. It is already created. What we can do is we can protect. How to protect? What is this subject? Second thing, how to manage. Manage is whatever resource is there, we have to manage with that. We are in this subject for these two purposes. How to protect environment, how to protect the environment through management. Engineers to create more products. How to use the resource in a well-planned or green manner. What do you mean by green? Eco-friendly. What is eco-friendly? Further we will dive into deep. What is eco-friendly? Not hazard for environment. Then can you further refine? Sir, in one word I have to tell what is green. Healthy. Green is healthy, non-toxic. Can I tell in this word? Without waste. But in technical terminology, if you produce something without waste, then it is called what? Green. So what are the waste coming which we are discussing in this subject? Unit 1 is called Environmental Management Standards. Do you have any standard? Yes, we have. Environmental has some standards that is called, the standard number is called 14,000 ISO. What do you mean by ISO? Called International Standard Organization. It is meant for an industry, people who manufacture. Example, battery. Exide is a battery company. They are keep on producing the batteries. They are an industry. IS 14,000 is relevant for whom? That battery industry. Casio, you take this, the projector. He is an industrial person. He needs that code book. Tomorrow you will be an engineer. You will be also manufacturing something. At that point you need this environmental management system. Sir, how to manage environment? If you are cooking, without waste can you cook? If you are cutting tomatoes, some waste. If you are cutting chilies, some waste. If you are making anything in your kitchen, some waste will come. This is nature. But what is environmental management is what you are doing with that waste. There comes technology, there comes invention, there comes IQ, things, etc. So what you are doing with that waste? Are you safely dumping, which is highest priority government is asking. That is why the standard comes environmental management standards. For each and every module, I will give this examples and I will explain. One single textbook is not enough. Even though for some subject, if you are keep on googling it or searching it, you will be getting, but in books it will not be available. The day when you start to think is the day when you become engineer. The way you process as an engineer. I take all the classes like that. If you enter into the class, you have to think. Then slowly you will become engineer. Not today. Engineer is a process. You will not become. Can you say a good doctor for heart? My father has a heart problem. I need one specialist for that. Number of cardiologists will be there. Recently passed cardiologist, doctor will also be there. He is eligible. Will you go with him? Will you take your father with him? And doctor will be having a practice when he faces patients. Like that, a student will become a graduate if you are passing exam. But a student will become an engineer if you try to invent, create, think, and you move on. Environmental management standards. You are an engineer, you will make some product. What will happen? If you are inventing a good product, it will come back to you. If you are inventing a bad product, example, uranium. We don't know to handle that kind of atomic particle. We don't know to dispose it safely. So, soon it comes back to us. That is what this picture explains. Some things are tough to throw away. You can manufacture, but you cannot throw away. Zero disposal will not happen. For that, you need effective environmental management systems. Or how to manage our production? By using proper management system. Now, are you the first person to think, no, this environmental management system, which is being first thought by European community, which is what I said. British people was the first person to think on this. We are manufacturing, we are inventing, we are making rails, we are moving with technology. There became a group, 1992. What do you mean by that? BSI, British Standard Institutions. First person to make environmental management system was European community principles. But the British Standard Institution, what are they? We have a group of countries called BRICS. BRICS country, what do you mean by that? Brazil, Russia, like that you have 5 number of countries. The collaboration is called a BRICS. Like that, some institutions, all institutions in Britain came, then they spoke about it. We are keep on manufacturing. We are dumping the waste. Environment is keep on depleting. What we can do? They are thinking with standard. In which year? 1992. Then they published BS 7750. This is a code book. What do you mean by that? BS? British Standards. So British Standards has published this. If you are a manufacturing company, what are the things you should do? 1993 ISO. What do you mean by that? ISO? International Standard for Organization. This is applicable for organizations. Which organization? Intel. This is an organization. This is applicable for them. ISO 14000. Family standards. If you search ISO 14000, then it comes under the environmental management standards. ISO certified. They are saying no. What do you mean by ISO certified? This certifies this environmental management standard. ISO have different standards for quality, for management purpose. This is the standard. At 1994, the environmental management system features TS 971 standard is being launched. So at 1996, the published model was BS 7750 and September 2015 was the current revision. If you want to look into environmental management system, the current revision is 14001. What do you mean by 14001? First revision. They have made that revision. So currently we are in ISO 14001. Now, what are the industry? When we are talking on industries, in 1784, there was the first industry 1.0. In this time period, we have mechanization. What do you mean by that? Mechanical means. Gears were introduced. Slowly the small components were introduced. Mechanization, water power. What do you mean by water power? Steam engine. Have you heard about that? Steam engine in railways, which was being introduced in industry 1.0. The railways are operated in only steam engine. And by steam, we created energy. Yes or no? Energy is also created. So slowly the steam came into the power at 1784. Now what is industry 2.0? Is mass production. We had conveyor belts, we have screws, we have nut. Number of products in same parameters is called mass production. Assembly line, electricity. Slowly electricity made. If you want to use conveyor belt, by which mode you can use? Is conveyor belt turned by handle? No, by electricity. If you switch it on, conveyor belt will move. So the electricity changed the industry in 2.0. Now what is 3.0? The industry changed into computer and electronics. How it changed? In the year 1969. There was the invention of computers, and slowly, if you want to manufacture any product by using computerized, if you enter some values in computer, the machine parts can be manufactured. CAM machine, have you heard about that? CAM machine, CAD. So these are the things which are operated through computer. If you give 2 number of screws, 30 mm dia, 3 mm height, like that if you enter, automatically that product will be delivered. That is called Industry 3.0, which was evolved in 1969. Industry 4.0, cyber physical. What do you mean by cyber physical? What is cyber? Cyber crime. What is cyber? We are telling that name, no? Cyber crime, cyber security. For cyber security, any people is standing there as security? No. What is cyber security? What is cyber? Yes. Cyber is called as internet, a digital interface. Cyber can be called it as an internet. If you are doing in internet or through any modes of a computer mean, if you are doing anything, then it is called cyber. Cyber physical. What do you mean by physical? Physical is existing. By using a laptop or your mobile, you can handle some machine. Yes or no? If you are here, you want to operate any JCB. Can you operate by using mobile? Remote? Yes or no? We can operate. That industry is Industry 4.0. IoT is called what? Internet of Things. By using internet, you can sit here, you can do operation at different country. By connectivity of internet. That is called Internet of Things. Networks. What do you mean by network? 2G, 3G was evolved in this period. That is called in the year of 2010. But currently we are in which year? Industry 5.0. Now can you see number of colleges? Artificial intelligence. They are coming now. Why? We are in Industry 5.0. What are all the countries which deal in Industry 5.0 comes with mass customization. Cyber, physical, human intelligence. What do you mean by that? Can you see a hand of human? Can you see a hand of robot? This industry is how you train your robots. This is current industry. Those who are doing artificial intelligence, robotics and automation, they are getting more demand. Cognitive system. What do you mean by cognitive? Have you heard this name? Cognitive. You have some data. A cognitive system is an autonomous system. What is autonomous system? Autonomous. What is autonomous? You can independently think. What is autonomous college? Independently they can make exams. Independently they can publish result. That is called autonomous. Autonomous system is a machine can independently think. That is called what? Artificial intelligence. So Industry 5.0 is a cognitive system in an autonomous system can perceive its environment. So simulation, you need sensors. Imagine you have a touch sensor. How to simulate? You have to touch. If you have a light sensor, what you have to do? You have to project light and you have to abstract. So if the light is obstructed, then it senses. If not obstructed, it senses like that. A cognitive learning, you need simulation, sensor interface, then comes the system. The system works. What system is cognition? The motor interface. What do you mean by motor interface? It controls the motor. If sensor is there, imagine you have a four-wheeler, you have a sensor, something is going there, automatically it senses and the motor has to stop. Yes or no? So there comes motor interface. So you should have sensor and you should have motor. When things come, it should sense and it should pass the information to the motor, then motor should stop. Then only it will work. The same way an artificial intelligence robot, if it is moving, something is coming there, it should stop. That robot should stop, no? So this works in a cognitive way. So you should not order if something is coming around you, you should stop. We are not giving any inputs. It cognitively thinks. So that is called cognitive thinking. So currently the industry is like that. Now, environmental management standard. Past industrial practice is for manufacturing any product. What you should do? You should have a raw material. Without raw material and energy, if you process, you get product. If you are manufacturing anything, you get a product and a waste. So this is past industrial practice. We are keep on introducing something and the waste is keep on dumped in somewhere. So after this, what is the next industry? Recent industrial practice. We have raw material, energy, processing and making into products. Some waste is there. We are making a shirt. We are a textile company. Imagine. You are making a shirt. You are putting color for the shirt. That is dye. Dye is a chemical. You are adding color for the shirt and that dye will come out as a waste. That waste, what you are doing, directly letting into the river. What happens? River get polluted. So that is what happening. So that waste, it should not be taken into environment immediately. What you should do? Treatment. What do you mean by treatment? You should take all the color out, then only you should send the water. Generating all the waste without treating, they are letting it into a river. Slowly the river turns into different color. Water will be in different color. Why? Because of that industry. What is current pollution standard? What currently we are doing is, we have raw material, energy, process and product. Now here, in the previous slide, what was there? Waste. Can you see the difference? In previous slide, the industrial people thought that it is waste. But now, they are thinking in a different way, called residuals. It is not waste, it is residual. Currently we are using scrubber for vessel washing. What is the cost of this scrubber? You have Scotch Brite scrubber. If you check the rate of the scrubber, 25, 30 rupees, currently 50 rupees is the scrubber, green color. You will have a good scrubber, green color. Do you think it is manufactured from raw material? No, it is actually waste. Waste from the metal industry, from some polymer industry. It is a waste. They take all the waste, they make it into a small piece, they cut, they sell it for 40 rupees for us. What is their production cost? Do they have raw material? No. It is a residue. They take the residue, manufacture a thing. We are using mats. Mat, door mat. Do you think that door mat is directly taken from cotton? No. It is a residue of textile industry. After making jeans, after making shirts, they have waste. They take that. Now mat rupees is how much? 100 rupees, 120. If you are looking that, do you think they are doing a natural raw material process? No, it is not this process. Residue, recycle, reuse, then they process, make product. Now, like this, currently we are seeing. But before 10 years, have you seen this kind of scrubbers? No. We used coconut scrub. Yes or no? Huh? That is what we use. Currently, due to industry, we use this kind of scrub, and soon secondary product came. Industries use secondary product now. Then also there are some waste. Even though after secondary product also we have some waste. Treatment and residue waste to environment. Do you think this system is complete? No. Still we are producing waste. Starting the class I told, what is green? Without waste. Still waste is there. Sir, we are making, we are treating, we are making byproduct. Then also waste is coming. Then it is not complete. What should be the ideal practice? What is called ideal practice? You should have raw material, energy, process and product should be made. Now, if you have residual, it should be recycled, reuse, reclamation. Anything, any of the thing can be made. If it is recycled, it has to go through here. What is recycled? Currently we are buying mobile phones. If we are buying mobile phones, they are offering exchange. Yes or no? Who will throw the phone and buy a new phone? Are you doing that? You will do exchange, no, 2000, 2200, 2500, based on your brand. You have exchange. What you will do? You will install, format everything and you will give it to them and say it as an exchange. That is what they are doing. Recycle. What they will do? They will use that same product, raw materials, everything. Then you check mobile phones, they do like that. And then what are the other products they do? Battery, car battery, bike battery, 5 years they will give warranty. After 5 years, if they see that, what is the cost of a battery? Imagine you have bought the battery for 5,000, car battery 5,000. If the battery is not working, the carbon is usable, the mold is usable, only the acid has to be replaced. Yes or no? He will just fill the acid with the required proportion, then he will restore that. Yes or no? Then he will again sell for 5,000 with some other people. That is called recycle. All the electronic parts what we are doing recycling currently. This is how it should be done. Then also some residual comes. It has to reprocess. What do you mean by that? Reprocess. Then recycle, reuse. Finally it has to process. So this is called ideal industrial practice. Why we are studying this subject? Why we are studying this subject? To attain this. To attain this standard. If you are manufacturing anything, all the products, residues has to be recycled. Completely it should be utilized. This system is called environmental management system. This is a best practice. Yes. Now, this is a small example. This I took from a research paper. This researcher, what he has done, he has taken all the products. What are they? Waste. What are the different waste? He has taken batteries. He has taken fuel cells, windmill, tractor motor. These are all the common products which we use. Now, if you want to make batteries, what are the things you need? Can you see this green line? What do you need? You need cobalt, strontium, natural graphite. These are the things you need. Then for batteries, what are the other things you need? You need nickel, copper, these elements. These are the raw materials. For making batteries, you need this. But why it is in green color? Because these products are recyclable. Battery products, carbon can be recycled n number of times, yes or no? Nothing it will happen. So like that, it can be recycled and it can be used to other industries, renewable industries. If it is a red color, what do you mean by red color? Non-recyclable. Even though for which industries they are using this? What is LREES? LREES, what do you mean by that? Light, light, heavy, rare earth material. So you have these materials which are used in this part. Even though we don't have a proper reuse system. Currently for this materials, we don't have a proper reuse system. For coppers we can reuse. If you have an old fan, what are the purpose you can use that old fan? Copper winding is there. Copper winding can be used and you can make it into a same copper. Some metals can be used, it can be recycled. Like that, they are taking this. What are the materials we can recycle? Like that, certain materials, raw materials cannot be recycled till the technology. That are what? Rare earth elements. They are using in this product so that they cannot recycle